Shalom Israel. First and foremost, all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua B'Shem Rakakatash, the one of the apostles and all great Muslims who teach us his truth. Peace and blessing to like Israel. And Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father in ancient Hebrew. B'Shem means the name. Yahushua is the name of the unbegotten Son. Back on the lesson. And today, going to go into how these devils and come down with great wrath. As you see, these robots that they are creating, as you see right here, is basically moves like a actual person. So these devils are just giving you a little taste, of what they have. Because, these devils are not, show their secret weapons and, things that they, actually have already built. They're just giving you a little taste of what's in store, man. As Kip says, Book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12, how these devils are going to come to the great wrath. Isaiah 59:19, how they're going to come for us, man. You're going to have all sorts of robots, and now you see them creating, vehicles that can fly now. You can just sit in, like an actual car and just other things. So these devils are coming on great wrath, and they're gonna bring the hammer, man. And y'all don't have, full faith and full trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and truly believe. You're pretty much through, man. But let's continue on. So a new humanoid robot has made a huge step towards crossing the uncanny valley, with the machine field displaying a whole range of almost realistic human facial expressions. Ameca has been described by its British developers and engineered art as the perfect humanoid robot platform for human-robot interaction. The footage which captured the terrifyingly real robot in action proves that the company's bold statement isn't much of a stretch. The gray-colored machine, which vaguely resembles a character from 2004 movie I, Robot, I mean, they show you, their future plans and things that they want to do in these movies, man. As you see right there, for that example, once again, iRobot, as how you had them create those robots to help people and to basically take over the police's job. And, at the end of it, what ended up happening? They all turned on the people. It offers a whole range of human emotions coupled with realistic eye movement. I mean, just look at that. This is like something out of a movie, man. Now imagine, what they have behind the scenes that they're not showing you, man. You also have these devils, trying to create a whole robot army, super soldiers to try to basically go against, Yahushua when he returns, man. And also as you see in, different movies, I believe Chappie, where they integrated their mind or, their spirit into a robot body, because there was like near the ending, I believe, I forgot what exactly happened, but, one of these guys just died in the movie, and, he got integrated into a robot. So you see these devils trying to obtain, immortality on the left-hand side through their technology. I see what they're already doing now, adrenochrome, drinking all that, and, trying to create robots to integrate, their mind, their spirit into these bodies, man, where it's, you can't get hurt, you don't feel anything, and you'll never deteriorate. So you have these devils trying to, once again, obtain immortality on the left-hand side, do, their technology, man. Then what appears to be a pre-programmed demonstration, Ameca first wakes up, then checks on her arms with curiosity before making a surprised face after noticing that she is being filmed. And that's just, a little taste of what they have. I believe a few months back, made a lesson going to these robots that they had that was like, trying to balance, walking on a plank. They can carry, a super heavy load. Robot dogs, for example, that one Transformers movie We have that robot dog, trying to basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, sneaking into a military base. But let's continue with this right here, and then get to scriptures. And they can actually, fly around these vehicles. And this is, not the only thing that they are, just building, man. Jetpacks where you can just fly around in the sky. These vehicles where you can just ride. And, they're not just, creating these things just for, your daily life, to just use it. There's a deeper and bigger agenda behind this, man. See, why do you think they're creating these robots? Trying to create super soldiers, creating a space force, creating these different vehicles that can just, take off the ground. Look at that, man. But let's get to the scriptures. Start off with book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 4. To go into, the knowledge is increased. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end, and many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." So you have these devils creating, all sorts of, different technology. As you see with that robot, basically moves like a whole, human, man. And all the different, technology that they have. As you've seen with those flying vehicles, these jetpacks that they're creating, and these space stations that have, laser weapons on them. I mean, these are things that these devils have, man. And also going back to the book of Genesis, going to, Esau's blessing. But this book, Isaiah 59:19, says, "So shall he fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall be standing against him." So when these devils come for us, Yahweh Messiah is going to lift up a standard, man. As you see in these different movies, TV shows, cartoons, how you have like a whole military, army, troops, come trying to kick down your door and comfort you, man. For example, the Invincible, where they came for Omni-Man, and just, Brightburn, and I believe, I believe it was on CW, I believe it's Superboy, or I forgot the exact show, but they came for that also. Just many examples of, what's to come. "So shall the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall be standing against him." So you have us precising that standard, man. Spiritual power, may have, angels protect us. Nothing is impossible for Yahweh Shem El Shai, man. These devils are not going to get away scot-free. The Lord will protect and take care of his elect, man. But the book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 12, for refreshers, says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, which is Esau, Edom, that's whole white man the day, is come unto you, having great wrath, because they know that he hath but a short time." It's lucky. But as you see, these devils are going to come for us, man. Once again, why do you think they're creating these robots, man? Why do you think they're trying to get rid of, fill in the spots of, the police force that people are, quitting and leaving their job? Because, robots don't have, a brain. They can't, logically, think for themselves. So once, they actually come full force, implement these, robots, and now you're also seeing them creating these super soldiers, which is, all not talked about a lot. But, these are the things that go on behind the scenes. But as the reason for time says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come to you, having great wrath, because they know that he hath but a short time." So these devils know they're running out of time. So I see them rushing and trying to implement their plans and put them into action. So I see them preparing a space force, which they just made recently, I believe a few months back, called the Guardians, Or do you think they created, these robots once again? They're just giving you a little taste, a sprinkle of what they have behind the scenes. Once again, just goes to show how prideful these devils are. How they fuck you. As you see, they put their future plans and things that they want to do in these movies, TV shows, cartoons. It's clear as day, man. And they're not just creating these robots just to fill in spots at a Walmart cashier. There is a deeper and bigger agenda behind this. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7 said, "Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it." See, so we're coming to times that we have never seen before, man. Terrible times are ahead. We're coming to some times that are worse than slavery and everything that we have been through, man. So what makes you think that they're not gonna, use these robots, super soldiers, use laser weapons that they have from those satellites, and just multiple other things that they have, man. We're coming to some times we have never seen before. Just meditate on that, man. It said, "Last for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And it's also why you're going to see a lot of people, a lot of Israelites, cracking under that pressure that is being, put onto them, and give into, Esau, Edom. And they're going to bend the knee. Because once they start implementing, these juice mandates, which you're already seeing in different places, and now you see, if you're not juiced, well, guess what? You're going straight into lockdowns. But those that are juiced, guess what? You can do basically whatever you want. So you see restrictions and things that they're implementing to push the people into a corner. I mean, it will come to some terrible times, man. So, "Alas, for the day is great, so none is like it. It is even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So Yahweh Shai will take care of and protect his elect, man. So this ultimate war, we're going to be tried, and we're going to be tested, man. Our fate is going to be put on the line. And go back to what I was saying in the last point, how you have a lot of Israelites cracking into that pressure, man. I mean, you're going to have robots walking the streets, patrolling. If you leave your house, when it's past curfew, you get shot. These type of things that are coming, man. And people think, "Oh, this is a game. Oh, you're looking into it too deep. Oh, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about." It's right in front of your eyes, man. You have the military using these robots in action, man. There's multiple videos. Them shooting guns, having perfect accuracy. A robot horse to carry all, just tons of weight. Robot dogs patrolling the streets, in these different places, which is an article that goes into that. There's I believe 2 robot dogs, just patrolling the street, with cameras on it. So, I mean, this is nothing new, man. So, just know also that in the 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." See the word perilous, man. It says dangerous, hazardous, risky, unsafe, treacherous. So we're coming to some very terrible and, as you see right there, perilous times, man. This truth is not a game. And y'all want to continue to take this for a joke, continue to mock the prophets. Well, guess what? The Lord's going to laugh at your calamity when, it cometh, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But look at these last 2 scriptures. Which actually, let's get this article right here. And then close out these last 2 scriptures. But it says, U.S. calls for regulation or banning killer robots. Excuse me. It says, U.S. has rejected calls for a binding agreement regulating, the word regulating, control, supervise. So it says, U.S. has rejected calls for binding agreement regulating or banning the use of killer robots, instead proposing a code of conduct at the United Nations. They're basically promoting, these killer robots. They're not wanting to do away with them. So speaking at meeting in Geneva focused on finding common ground on the use of such so-called lethal autonomous weapons. A U.S. official balked at the idea of regulating their use through a legally binding instrument. So of course you're gonna have these devils wanting to put these robots to use, to have full control over it instead of just destroying it, and just doing away with it. I mean, hey, it's Esau, Edom, man. What do you expect? The devil in the Bible speaks of. It's read a little bit more of it, and I'll get on to scriptures. The meeting saw government experts preparing for high-level talk at the review conference, yada, yada, yada. In our view, the best way to progress would be through the development of a non-binding code of conduct. U.S. official Josh Dorson told the reading. So they're trying to put these robots to use, man. But it's going to go into Esau Edom's blessing. Genesis chapter 27, verse 39. Said, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. So it's going to, Isaac giving Esau his blessing, which is in the fatness of the earth. So Esau has full control, which Job chapter number 24, the world is given to the hand of the wicked, who you see in power today, this whole white man, Esau Edom. Let's continue. Verse 40 says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So Esau is living by that sword, man. This is his blessing. And you still have our people trying to, even think that they stand a chance against these devils with his own blessing. Oh, my Glock's going to protect me, this and that. Well, guess what? Your Glock is not going to deliver you, man. What are you going to do when a whole army troops, come kick down your door, with robots? I mean, come on, man. But the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 17, close out with this. It says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So that's right, man. No weapon, formed. Let's see right here. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. So these robots, these laser weapons, these different, things that they have behind the scenes will not prosper against the elect, man. And, Yahweh Ratzah, we're part of that number, man, Lord willing. And you see right here, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So y'all that don't take this truth serious, y'all that don't repent, y'all that continue to walk on in wickedness and, take this truth for a joke, guess what? You're through, man, and you will be destroyed in these end times. Trying to join, hands with your enemy. All they change, they're a different person. Well, Scripture's going to tell they will never change, man. Scripture's going to tell okay, a leopard changes spots. No, a leopard can't, just wash off his spots and, be, just a light brown. And I think it said, or the wicked can change his ways. Roughly paraphrasing. But showing you that Esau Edom is going to come out of great wrath, man. As you see in these articles, these robots that they have created and that they're planning to use, but of course they're not going to come on and say, what they're going to use them for. As he just gives a little taste of what they have, man. But pretty much in a lesson, don't want to drag the lesson too long, but the one is edifying. And close out, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashim Ashai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles, and also be a millstone for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessing to all black Israel, and shalom. See you next one.